if you've read what we actually talk about on the title, on the thumbnail, that you know we are talking about some good stuff: avocados and diabetes, right? Avocados and your health. Basically, the title of our show today is Avocado Warning: Why eating one a day could save your life. Oh, come on, man! That's what we're going to talk about. Why eating one avocado a day can basically save your life. That is what we are talking about today. And I'm hoping that you can have fun with it as we move forward.
Yeah, so we have one a day women, one a day men vitamins, right?
Oh my goodness.
But today we are talking about one a day avocado and how it can help if you're diabetic or if you're pre-diabetic or if you don't want to be diabetic in the first place. How one a day avocado can help.
Definitely. So, moving forward to our show, avocados aren't just a trendy superfood, right? They are loaded with nutrients, some of which can actually stabilize your blood sugars and improve insulin sensitivity and also protect your heart. You didn't know that, right? You probably did, but we're going to go deeper into it. If you are not eating one a day yet, we're talking about avocados here, you might be actually missing out. And this is a life-changing fruit that you should be taking on. So today, watch us as we go on the benefits of avocado, not just on your blood sugar, but on your heart too.
Yeah. So, did you know that one simple habit, eating just one avocado a day, could help you manage or even reverse type 2 diabetes? It's not just a hype. It's been backed with studies and science. So today we are trying to break it down to make it more for you to understand it better. So it's not just a trend that everybody is eating avocado, but there has been a study or studies,
yes,
out there that supports that avocado is healthy and is known to be a superfood.
It's known to be a superfood. That's what we're talking about. Superfood for you. And so, stay with us actually, and we are going to review the benefits that make avocado a real superfood. Much of what we are going to say today is not what you've heard, and so don't be quick to say, "Oh, I already knew it." Just stay put and see as we provide you with the details of what avocado can do, not just for your blood sugars, but even for your heart and your other conditions that you may be dealing with. All right, so with that being said, we are going to be right back as we hit on our break. All right. So yes, we are moving forward right now, and to move forward, we want to just talk to you about what we are going to be discussing on our show today. The first one is how avocados actually help regulate your blood sugar levels and improve insulin. We're going to go through the nutrients that are packed in there and tell you how they actually help lower your blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity.
Yeah, and we also talk about why avocados are a game changer for diabetes management and weight loss.
And then after that, we're also going to talk to you about practical, simple ways that can help you incorporate or include avocados in your diet. Simple ways you may not even have thought about. You may say that, "Oh, I don't like avocados," because you were taught to use it in one way. We're going to show you some healthy, some nice ways that you can include them in your diet so that it becomes easier for you, even if you didn't like it. And then that will potentially help with your diet and with your health as we move forward. So with that being said, I think we can move forward onto what the total thing is going to be as far as the discussion is concerned. And if you are watching us, wherever you are watching us from, don't forget to hit a like or share and thumbs up, whatever button that you have on your platform, so that we can reach more people. All right, so with that being said, we can move forward, right? So the first thing, as we said, is we're going to talk to you about how avocados help improve your diabetes. If you have diabetes, or if you want to avoid diabetes, the nutrients that are packed in there that are going to help you to avoid getting diabetes if you have a family history, and to improve your insulin sensitivity. So that's the first thing we're going to be discussing. And for that, the first item, I don't know if you want to start.
So with our research, we came across the fact that avocado has 15 grams in every 7. 15 grams of monounsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats. So the first thing that we have to know is that avocado has something in called monounsaturated fat, which is known to improve insulin sensitivity. You know, before with our previous discussion, we are trying to find foods and things that we can do that the insulin that we produce become very sensitive to the sugar that we take, right? With the glucose in us. So it's been known that 15 grams in avocado is monounsaturated fat, and that ingredient help make your insulin very sensitive. So it's very important that you take note of that. And for insulin, it also reduces the risk of what? Insulin resistance. You know, so it makes it sensitive, and it also prevents your insulin to become resistant. So it's a win-win.
Win-win situation.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Win-win for
So
you.
by that, your blood sugar levels are able to be managed if you include that, or if you add it to your diet for the day, because it has a lot of something very essential, you know, to make your insulin sensitive and prevents your insulin to become resistant. We have the monounsaturated fat.
The other thing is that avocados, because of the monounsaturated fats, which she has already told you the amount, because of the high amount of monounsaturated fats, avocados also help you manage your LDL cholesterol levels. So if you begin to eat one avocado a day, you are going to get that full 15 grams of monounsaturated fats. And those will compete with your LDLs and make your LDL levels go down. So that is a huge win also in that regard. So you have it helping you to increase your sensitivity in terms of your insulin, and also help you regulate blood sugar levels. Then on top of that, avocados, one full avocado, I mean the serving size of avocado is a half avocado.
Right.
Yeah, but if you eat one full avocado a day, maybe a half in the morning, a half in the evening, you are going to get all the benefit of all those monounsaturated fats that have been proven to help manage your LDL. Your LDL is the bad cholesterol.
Right.
For those who have not known that. So if your bad cholesterol levels are going to go down because you're eating healthy fats, it is important then to include avocados in your diet. And somebody may say, but how has that got to do with my sugars? It has got everything to do with your sugars, because diabetes type 2, as we know, is associated with bad lipids. You know, your cholesterol levels are off, you know, the charts. They go, you know, healthy levels. It's a factor that is associated with diabetes because of the inflammation that is going on, which we're going to talk about too. And so your LDL levels tend to go up when you have high amount of glucose floating in your blood, and plaques, of course, forming. And so if you have these monounsaturated fats from avocado a day, you are definitely going to reduce that incidence. In fact, there's studies there that back it. So it's not just we are not making it up. It is something that happens all the time. And so that is one thing. And as we say, you want to say anything?
Right. And not only does it lower the bad cholesterol, it increases the good cholesterol, which is the HDL.
Oh, come on, man. So you are lowering the bad and you are increasing the good, right?
Yes.
Which is a win-win situation for you. All right.
So that makes avocado a superfood.
It's a superfood.
You know? It's help with the insulin sensitivity and resistance, and now it's increasing the good cholesterol and decreasing the bad cholesterol.
You can't beat that. That is all you want. You know, winning on both fronts. And that's not the end. Can we go to the next ingredient that helps? So the next one that helps is fiber.
Fiber, right.
That's fiber. It is rich in fiber. As a matter of fact, one avocado has at least 10 grams of fiber. One full avocado has at least 10 grams. It could be more depending on the size of the avocado that you eat. Some of them are big. You may actually get more than that, but for standard, you can get 10 grams of fiber in one avocado, which is huge. if you have to supplement, buy fiber on the shelf to add to your diet as a result of constipation or anything like that, you're not going to get 10 in one pill, but eating one avocado is going to give you at least 10 grams of fiber, which we also know fiber helps to do a lot of things, including that fiber helps in the regulation of your glucose levels.
Right.
If you have high fiber on board, glucose tend to be lower because it prevents the absorption of all the glucose from the foods that you eat. So if you have added avocado to any meal, you are definitely going to decrease the amount of the carbs or the amount of glucose that's going to be picked up into your blood just because the avocado is hanging around because of the fiber that is in there. So that is great news for those who are going to eat one avocado a day, which we are proposing to you right now. So to decrease your sugar levels, increase your fiber amount, and essentially fiber also prevents LDL buildup or cholesterol buildup. So it works every way in that regard. And
it also promotes the fullness. If you
satiety,
eat
right?
The satiety,
it makes you
feel full
longer. Yes,
longer. So if you include that in your diet, in your food, it's likely that you're going to stay full longer, than just eating the carbohydrates because of the amount of fiber in there. And if you're going to stay full for a long time, it's likely that it's going to help manage your weight because you're not going to reach for more food or more sweets because you feel full. So eating avocado, which has high amounts of fiber, helps because it's a soluble fiber too. We have to put that one out there. It's a soluble fiber, and because it's soluble, it's able to control the LDL, the bad cholesterol that we've mentioned already, with the monounsaturated fats, right? Now we are saying that it also have a soluble fiber, which also control the LDL, the bad cholesterol. So if you're struggling with your cholesterol levels, this is something that you can think of. Definitely is going to help control the bad cholesterol in your system.
Definitely. So we cannot hammer it enough. If you are not a fan of avocado, I hope we have convinced you enough. This is just one fruit. For those who thought avocado was a vegetable, it's not. But it's a fruit. It's up there on the tree. So it's a fruit, right? And it's got a seed in there.
Right.
So yes, just one fruit giving you all these benefits, and studies are backing them. So if I were you, if you want to prevent diabetes, if you want to prevent heart disease, if you want to prevent hypertension, they're all going to come up as we go forward. Make sure you include at least one a day. Minimum a half, because the serving size is a half a day.
Right.
So if you can afford one a day, you can do a half a day, and you're still going to make do with all these benefits that we are talking about.
Yeah. So if you want to control your weight, I think the recommended serving is half a day.
Yeah.
But if you
because of the amount of fat.
as skinny, as him, you can get away with one whole avocado a day, which he likes doing a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can even eat two.
Yeah.
Because like we said, it makes you full. And what better to do than not to be hungry? I don't want to be hungry. I don't know about you, because if you're hungry, you're going to be reaching out for the bad stuff. So anything that will fill me up and stop me from looking for the cake, the cookie, the cracker, that's what I'm about. And especially if it's healthy and proven to be a superfood. Right. But what she's saying makes sense because of the fat amount. If you want to lose weight, then you don't want to overdo it, because the fat, will make you your weight loss will sort of be slow for you because of the fat amount in there. But if you want the fat and you can take out every glucose, then you can go into ketosis. So the fat will not even make you gain weight. As long as you make sure you are not eating any carbs. Yes, then eating a lot of fat from it will not hurt. But if you're going to be still eating a little bit of glucose or starchy food here and there, then of course half will be what you want to do. So that's a good thing you brought in there. All right, so can we move to the next one? So the next ingredient is potassium, and most people know avocado for this reason. Most people have been told, if you don't have potassium levels, you got to eat avocado, you got to eat oranges, you got to eat bananas. Almost everybody knows. But did you know that one avocado has almost 1,000 milligrams of potassium? It's about 975 milligrams or so. Just one avocado. Even the pills that we take for potassium supplementation, we don't do that. They don't do this much. So if you really want to help your blood pressure and of course your blood flow, which is essentially something that is important for controlling your blood sugars also, then you got to include one avocado a day so that you can get the full benefit of about 975 milligrams to be exact. But say 1000 milligrams, almost 1 gram of potassium just by eating one avocado. That is super. And again, the benefits of this potassium found in this avocado we're talking about is lowering your blood pressure and improving blood flow. If your blood flow is improved, especially in diabetics, we know that it's a problem sometimes. So if you improve your blood flow by just eating a fruit a day, you are doing good to your own body. And then also, of course, the hypertension, which is also a concomitant disease, I should say, is always linked, to diabetes or high blood sugar. So if you are improving your potassium levels, you are basically reducing your blood pressure, even if you have diabetes already. And if you don't have diabetes and you're also dealing with hypertension or heart disease, one avocado a day may be a natural way of supplementing your potassium levels so that your blood flow and your blood pressure becomes good. Do you have anything to add?
So studies have shown that men need 3,400 milligrams of potassium, a day, and women need 2,800 milligrams of potassium. So imagine that you are eating your avocado. That's almost like 1/3 of the daily requirements for you to get to where you are supposed to be every day. So you may not need even supplements because your diet is on point and you are eating the right stuff. So potassium is very important. Like you said, it's also will help proper muscle function, the way that your muscle work. Sometimes you get like tightness in your leg. You can't
muscle
move your
cramps,
legs,
right?
the cramps and all that. You have to balance the potassium level. So in order to know that you are getting enough potassium, I think you won't go wrong including avocado in your diet.
One avocado a day.
One a day.
Just one. Come on, man.
Half a day for me, though.
Yeah, one avocado a day for those of us. All right.
Right.
I think we can go on to the next one. So the next ingredient or nutrient, which is also very important for health in terms of diabetes or sugar control and your heart, is folate or folic acid, which also is a B vitamin, vitamin B9. And that also helps something we call homocysteine levels. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into science, but on the surface. So homocysteine levels have been proven, increased homocysteine levels have been proven to be associated with heart disease of all kinds. So if we check your blood levels and your homocysteine levels are high, you are more prone to having a heart disease, whether it's a heart attack, heart failure, or whatever heart disease we're talking about here. So vitamin B9 or folate or folic acid also have been known to decrease your homocysteine levels. And the next thing that come in, avocados have been known to have vitamin B9 or folate. So you get a connection, right? Yeah. And so that being said, if you are eating an avocado a day, you are protecting yourself from heart disease. You're protecting yourself from increased homocysteine levels, which are also leading to heart problems. And for those of you who are already dealing with high blood sugar levels, you may have been told, or maybe you've learned from our channel or from somebody else, or even from your doctor, that if you don't treat your diabetes well, you are going to be, prone to heart problems, especially, heart failure, heart attacks, strokes, because of homocysteine levels and other inflammatory things going on, right? And so if you are going to include one avocado a day, or in this case a half avocado a day, you are going to naturally increase your B9 vitamin or folate and decrease that homocysteine level, which is linked to heart problems. As easy as that. And don't forget, we are still talking about one fruit. All these benefits we have said, one fruit. That's what I'm saying, that just one a day, just include it, or half a day, or one every other day, which comes to a half a day. That one fruit is going to decrease your your risk for heart diseases, and we cannot stress that enough. You have anything to add to that?
And it's also known that it protects what cell repair. You know, you sleep, you want your cells to revitalize, you wake up all freshened up, you know. So it's known that the folate in avocado help with cell repair. It also help healthy red blood cells production. You know, people that are low, they are anemic, they wake up very weak and they don't have a lot of energy. You know, eating avocado will help. And it also supports overall metabolic health. You know, overall way and the way you move and all that all put together. Avocado, which has the folate, always help.
Definitely, my goodness. One fruit. That's why we call it a superfood or superfood for that matter, you know. And the other thing is, even before I go to the next point, I also want to tell you that avocado itself has low carbohydrates, low amount of glucose, if I should say, very minimal.
Right.
If you compare an avocado to an apple, comparing an avocado to an apple, however much praise I give to apples. If you have watched this, I've always mentioned I grab an apple in between meals if I'm starving or whatever. Instead of cooking, right? Which means apples are good. Apples are good, yes, because of again the soluble fiber and the sucrose. I'm sorry, the fructose in it, the sugar in it, so that if you're hungry, naturally you get some benefit from there.
Including fiber,
including fiber, yeah, the soluble fiber and the energy.
Right.
But if you compare an apple to an avocado, avocado beats apple hands down. Come on, man. Yes. You see, even though I've been mentioning apple, avocado beats apples hands down. And the reason is that upon all the benefits that we have already mentioned, avocado is lower in the fructose or the sugars. So especially if you are concerned about your blood glucose going up when you are eating sweet apple, swap that for an avocado, you know, and you are not going to go wrong. Because if you take out the fibers from each one, avocado seems to have the least amount of glucose of almost all the fruits, if I should say, you know. So you cannot go wrong with that. That takes us to another benefit on top of it not having sugar. It also has another vitamin that helps you to metabolize sugars.
Right.
And that vitamin is vitamin B6. Vitamin B6. And it has about 400 micrograms of 0.4 milligrams of vitamin B6 per one avocado. Per one. And what does B6 say? B6 aids in carbohydrate metabolism. So if you are eating one avocado a day, not only are you eating less glucose, the sugar that you may have already with another diet, for example, you eat avocado with something else that has sugar, that avocado is going to help you because of the B6 in there to metabolize that sugar in there too. Oh, come on, man. Double glucose, right? So you are going to get that benefit also from avocado, metabolizing your glucose that you have on board already with other meals that you may have, you know, taken in. So you can beat avocado for that particular sense.
Yeah, and so because it's being metabolized by the B6, right? This ensures steady energy release and prevents blood sugar spikes. You know, because you are releasing it slowly into the system. You know, so the levels are steady. It's not like the sugar that will spike right away, just up and down. It go up and crashes, but it's steadily released into your system because of the presence of avocado in the diet.
Definitely. And then also B6 also supports what we call neurotransmitter health. You know, neurotransmitter health. So it can help reduce stress. You know, for those of you who take some vitamins for stress. You know, I have mentioned before that B complex vitamins will help, you know, several things, including carbohydrate metabolism and then stress relief. So we have stress vitamins. What is in there is B6 vitamins. And also we add B12 in that regard. But for avocado, we are seeing that stress also going down. And it's a fact out there. If you eat it long enough, your body's stress level may go down. I don't know if it's just going to be just mental stress. I'm talking about stress on all sides. Your body's stress will go down. Of course, the mental stress, because it's neurotransmitter based, is also going to go down.
Right.
And so you can beat it. So
yeah, so like you were talking about the body stress, because this the sugar is not dumped into your bloodstream. You know, you don't overwhelm your system because it's going slowly at a slower pace. So that stress is gone, it's reduced because of the presence of avocado.
You cannot beat it. Come on, man. You can't beat it. Eat one avocado a day. One a day. We tell you. One a day. All right. The next one is another ingredient called magnesium, which is also very good. Magnesium also is crucial for glucose metabolism. Same thing as B6 vitamin. Glucose metabolism, and helps regulate your blood sugar levels more efficiently. So we are not going to spend much time over there, except to mention that B6 and magnesium, all of which are in one avocado, will help you, metabolize your glucose easily and also help regulate your blood glucose level, like Gifty explained, to keep it on a stable front. Right. So it won't be spiking and crashing for you to be looking for food when you don't need to eat. Right.
Yeah, so another one we have to add with the magnesium is that it relaxes the blood vessels. Like you mentioned, that it helps blood flow, it has magnesium, and the magnesium will work on the vessels so that it makes it easier for the blood to flow smoothly into your heart. And that's where the heart protection comes in.
Definitely. And also for those who are also dealing with hypertension or heart issues, you may have been put on magnesium already because of the protective benefits on your heart, like she said. And even in OTC, or over-the-counter supplements for magnesium, the dose is like 400 milligrams a day. 400 milligrams of magnesium oxide. If your doctor has told you to take it, that's where usually they are. I mean, it starts from 250 or 200, but for the most part, most people are given prescription or over-the-counter magnesium oxide for 400 milligrams. But if you add one avocado a day, you get almost 60 milligrams without medication, just that food. So imagine if you eat it daily, you're going to eventually have normal levels of magnesium. You may not even need to supplement magnesium levels anymore because you are naturally supplementing it if you are eating one avocado a day, which is very important. All right, let's move on. It's vitamin E. It's actually a few vitamins that we're going to come together because of time. We have vitamin E, vitamin C, and also what we call lutein and zeaxanthin. And these three vitamins that we have mentioned, or these three ingredients in avocado that we have mentioned, also are antioxidants. Vitamin C and vitamin E, everybody knows vitamin E. If you eat one avocado a day, I tell you that you are going to have vitamin, what do you call it? C and E going on for you. So that is another benefit that you cannot forget. You definitely need to do that. Go on.
Yeah, and another one that we have to mention, that it also supports your skin health. Not only does it work on your sugar levels and how your insulin becomes sensitive, it also work on your skin. So the good oil in there gives you the vitamin E, which help give you beautiful skin.
Definitely. So vitamin E and C, as we said, are powerful antioxidants. And as antioxidants, as we have told you before, antioxidants, some of the benefits of antioxidants is they stabilize the endothelium of your blood vessels. The lining of your blood vessels are going to be stable so that you don't get plaques forming. And because you also have antioxidants on board, there's something we call free radicals. Stuff that cause diseases are chewed up. So if you have enough vitamin E and vitamin C on board just by eating one avocado a day, look at what benefits you are getting. Tough things that you're going to be doing for your body. So definitely one avocado a day and keep the doctor away. So instead of one apple a day, I'm going to say one avocado a day, one apple maybe every other day. And that will keep the doctor away from you because it's got so many benefits. All these antioxidants that we have mentioned. As a matter of fact, there is more, but because of time, we're going to add there's more, like copper. There's copper also in avocado. There's a bunch of other nutrients in trace amounts, which means not a lot. But if you eat one a day every day, you are going to eventually benefit from all those things that we can't even mention because of time, except that we want you to know that these major ones are the ones we want to mention. And before we end, let's talk about some of the ways we can use avocado, because that's more important. Because some people think that it's yucky, well, how can I eat avocado? But let's talk about some of them. I think I wrote
But I
something.
haven't come across anybody that don't really like avocado though.
Oh yeah, there are some people that don't like avocado. Some people definitely may not like avocados.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know how everybody is different.
I know.
You may like it, but it doesn't mean everybody may like it.
So the first way that we can add avocado to our foods, if you're thinking about how you can include or incorporate this avocado into your diet, the first one is you can add it to your salads. Sometimes we've grown to believe that it's just the grains that we put together to make salad, right? You put the grains. Sometimes we are even stuck with one grain. So what we are learning that you can add all kinds of grains, and even purple, orange, all kinds of grains. Grains, and I'm saying pepper, right? Any kind of leafy food, like anything that will be part of your salad. You don't want to forget avocado, So if you are making something for the day for everybody in the household, you won't go wrong by cutting one avocado and just adding it to the salad and mixing it up with. And that will be a source of way that you can include that in your diet.
Definitely. All right. So you said about what is the spreading?
Yeah, you add it to your salads.
Okay, right. The next one will be spreading avocados in your toast. Now, this is one that some people may make a mistake with it, because they think, because they're spreading avocado, they're getting the benefit. It's true, you are getting the benefit, but the key is, what kind of toast are you making? If you are using white bread as your toast and you put in the good avocado on it, you have split the benefit in two.
You still get the benefits of the avocado, right?
You're going to get the benefit of avocado, all right? But the sugar or the carbohydrate in your in your toast may not be the best. So what we recommend is that when you are making a avocado toast, make sure you use the multi-grain bread, so that it will have enough fiber that you cannot absorb all the glucose from it. That way you get the benefit of both that one and the avocado. So that's what I wanted to bring to your notice, so that you do that.
So I think you normally see that, right? Like if instead of spreading your toast with margarine and with butter, you go with what? Avocado. You put avocado on instead of your margarine and the butter, so you get all the benefits from the avocado for sure.
Definitely. So the next one is to blend it into smoothies, which I do a lot of the times. You blend. I have when you use more than half, your smoothie is going to be too thick that you may not even be able to drink it, especially if you are using frozen fruits, like I usually do, like frozen strawberry,
blueberries.
And then blueberries or an avocado. If you use that and you add a full, talk about full avocado, you can't even pour it. So all you need is maybe a quarter,
right?
Tops half, and then your almond milk, the no sugar almond milk. Excuse me. Then you use that with your avocado in your smoothie. Your smoothie looks and feels rich, and it tastes good, if you really know what I'm talking about. I always promise that we're going to show you how to do some of these things. They are coming. Eventually, we'll show you. But I think you get the idea, So you can use avocados in your smoothies.
Yeah. So maybe your smoothie, like you're saying, strawberry, blueberries, and you have your spinach and avocado and your almond milk.
Yes.
Unsweetened almond milk.
Yes.
Then you just blend it together, and I think you won't go wrong with that.
You won't go wrong with that at all. And if it's too much, you can do, adding blueberries will make it too thick. You can do one time just avocado and spinach. Another time you do blueberries and spinach. Another time avocado and blueberry. Just tweak it in such a way that you get a benefit of your avocado a day. And you can do half in the morning and half in the evening, or half at lunch, depending on how many times you eat in a day. And that will make sure that you're getting the benefit of it. But the good thing is you don't cook it, so you get everything out of it.
Right. And sometimes you throw in your ginger too, right?
Oh my
To
goodness.
make it a little spicy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it that way. When you showed me that, I actually loved it more because you get some heat also
Right.
from your thing. Because some people feel like avocado is, I don't know the word for it. You know, it makes you
makes you
nauseous,
nauseous,
like
right?
eating fish. You know, especially when you blend it. The way to go about that, or to avoid that particular nausea that may have, you know, that you may find with it, is to add ginger. So if you are doing a smoothie, you add a piece of ginger to it, and that will make it easier to go down, so that you will get the full benefit of your avocado. The next one is the guacamole. Guacamole, I don't know if you know how to.
Yes, so guacamole, I think you have to mash the avocado
Mhm.
and mix with lime juice. You chop your onions if you like onions. You can omit it if you don't like onions. A little bit of tomatoes and cilantro, and which will give you a lot of flavor, make it more flavorful. Then you blend it all together, and you can serve it with vegetable sticks or whole grain crackers.
Oh, come on, man, you're making me hungry right now.
So that can be a good snack instead of reaching out for the salty and
Yes.
unhealthy snacks. That can be a very good source of snack. So some people will make that for the week and put it in the fridge, that everybody can go in and grab it instead of packing your fridge with mayonnaise, with tomatoes, sauce, ketchup, and all that unhealthy stuff. You can do that. This guacamole, which is packed with all these nutrients that we are sharing with you, and that can be accessible when you feel hungry and you are not really, really hungry. You want something quick to eat. You have your crackers. You just take a teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, put it on a plate, a little bit of crackers, and you snack on it, and you will get a lot of nutrients out of it.
Get a lot of nutrients out of that. That's very good. And I mean, we say that vegetable sticks. One that comes to mind is what? Celery.
Celery.
Oh,
Yes.
come on, man. You use that to scoop your guacamole. And talk about healthy eating. You know, you will be full, and yet you are not full, like, as we say, kutain.
That you can't even breathe,
That
right?
you can't breathe. You know, sometimes you eat and you can't even breathe. You eat and you are struggling to walk. That is not eating. You know, that's actually binging. Even though you may not have eaten a lot, but because of the kind of food you ate, you can't do anything. You have to take a nap after you eat. When you eat avocado with your vegetable sticks or whatever thing you add it with, if you don't overdo it, you're going to be nicely light and yet not hungry, and be able to go about your duties, losing the weight and making sure your blood sugars are stable, your blood pressure is down. That's what we want for you. And so 1 avocado a day, we can't stress that enough. Or at least half, as Gipti said, if you are concerned about other things. The other thing is using avocado as a sandwich spread. It's a sandwich spread.
I think we
actually had
mentioned that, right?
Oh, that's what the one we
We
spread,
went through,
right?
like,
Okay,
instead of
okay.
using the mayonnaise.
Instead of using mayonnaise and butter, and
yeah.
all that. Okay, so with that
Oh,
one.
even I think the sandwich is more like maybe you have a wrap or you have burger, that you want to eat, which we don't encourage, right? So some people they want to feel the taste, so they will just squeeze the mayonnaise on top a little bit, Instead of that, you use your avocado.
Instead of that, you use your avocado to replace that particular one. So that is one thing that you can do. Definitely.
And also, you can also make a salad dressing. So instead of going for the unhealthy salad dressing with a lot of sugar and all that out there, you can make it yourself at home by using avocado. You just blend this avocado with olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, garlic, and a little water. You blend it, it becomes creamy, and you use it as a source of for your salad.
My goodness.
Instead of pouring the unhealthy dressing on your salad, you can make it yourself at home, put it in the fridge, and that's what everybody uses when you're ready to eat your salad.
My goodness, I'm trying to see if I can show a video on that, but if not, then we will keep going. Let me see here. No, it won't work on this one. All right, so let's move on. All right, so what's the next thing then? You can add avocados to your eggs or omelets. I have a video that I'm showing to YouTube, which is very, very good. Unfortunately, I can't show it on the other places that I'm sharing. But you can use avocados like you cook an egg. Maybe you boil it, right? And then you slice it into pieces, and then you add your mashed avocado, and you eat it. Or you fry your egg, like an omelet.
Yeah, or like scrambled egg.
Scrambled
right?
eggs.
You scramble it.
Or omelet, whichever way you want
it. Yeah.
And then you put an avocado on it.
Slice of avocado on the side.
Yes.
It looks very appealing, even for the kids,
Yes.
And you have the green, you have your yellow, you have your white on the side, and that can be something you can enjoy.
So you have the proteins, the oils, and the fiber from the greens, which is a combination of things that make your meal very healthy. And that's what we actually recommend. If you have that with a cup of black coffee, what a healthy breakfast, or a cup of green tea or even black tea without the creamers or sugars, right? No honey, nothing like that. You're gonna find that you are actually eating good. Because
you feel full.
And you feel full. And you can feel you're feeding your body really well.
Yeah.
Hunger doesn't usually strike. As I've said before, I have my avocado slice on my multi-grain bread and a cup of tea. Holds me sometimes all the way to 3 p.m. before I even look like, I'm hungry. And I eat it as early as just before I leave the house in the morning anyway. And so just imagine, so you can do that, especially if you want to lose weight like I have, you can do that, just making sure that you add all the necessary ingredients and do it that way. I think there's one more.
Yeah, and I think with our study, we were not sure whether people really do that, but we found out that you can also bake with avocado.
You can bake with avocado. I haven't seen it.
But replacing the butter and the oil with mashed avocado in the baking recipes. Like brownies, muffins, cookies. Give it a try and let us know how you do or how it comes out. Maybe I have to try it myself.
Oh, you're going to have to, please. Come on.
When you go through the list and you realize that they're asking you to use margarine, butter, and all that, just instead of the margarine, use avocado. It has the healthy oils and the fat in there. It's not bad. It's not as bad as the alternative.
Yes.
So if you use that, though somebody will see you eating cookie or eating muffin and may judge you, the person wouldn't know how nutritious or what kind of ingredients you use in making it. So if you are fond of eating stuff like that, or you love bakeries, you like baked foods, that is something that you can do it at home by substituting the unhealthy stuff with the healthy stuff. If you have the powder, like the one that we used to bake, like what? Instead almond powder. You substitute everything.
Almond flour.
Instead of going for the regular white flour, you substitute with the almond flour. Instead of going for the margarine and the oils, the bad oils, you replace it with avocado. So doing it at home yourself, you substitute all the unhealthy stuff, and you end up feeding your family with healthy food instead of the junk.
And the other thing is avocado oils. We haven't mentioned it in oils.
Right.
We're just talking about eating the fruits. But did you know that avocado has very good oils too? Avocado oils are the ones that are also able to withstand heat.
Right.
So if you are somebody who fries a lot, instead of using vegetable oils or canola or whatever kind of oil, even olive oil, you don't use that to fry.
Right.
So if you're fond of frying stuff, get a bottle of avocado oil because it has a lot of heat tolerance, so it won't break down as you fry it. And then also all the benefits of what we have mentioned as far as the monounsaturated fats that come with it. If you have it on your food, it's better that way than to use vegetable oil, which breaks down when you fry, and also because they have a lot of refining on there, breaking it down. So you can't go wrong with avocado oils for frying, whether it's frying fish, frying whatever it is that you fry. If you have to, we encourage you not to fry stuff because we want to cut down on the oils, right?
Right.
But if you have to, then
Use the good oil.
use the avocado oil as your source
It's
of
a little
oil.
pricey, but it's definitely better because
Definitely.
you want to take care of yourself for sure.
Yeah, and maybe that will, make you not fry as much because you don't want you to keep frying everything all the time. But if you have to, use a little bit of avocado oil. And then you can also use it in your salads too.
Right.
Like olive oil, you can sprinkle avocado oil on your salads.
Right.
You have avocado slices on your salad and the oil also sprinkled on the leaves.
Instead of the olive oil,
Instead
you
of
can
the
do
oil,
avocado oil.
If you have the olive oil, that's better because that one you're not frying it or anything, so you can use the olive oil, so you can get a benefit of that too.
Right.
But if you don't have it and you have avocado oil, you can also use that because a lot of benefits are there. All right. So
and the easier way around it is just to eat it raw, right?
eat it plain. Come on, man.
Eat it plain.
Just cut it up.
Cut it up.
That's how I started eating it. Where I grew up, we just cut it up and then you put it, whatever food you're eating, you just use your fork, grab it and eat it. Which some people cannot tolerate.
Right.
But if that's the way you are used to it, just eat it. Make sure that you're getting one full avocado a day. That's the key, is to get the full avocado.
Yes, some people will sprinkle with a little salt and pepper, to make it a little tasty.
Yes.
And you can eat half a day if you don't want to include it.
Yeah, that's very important. Eating it plain. It's also another easier one. And then with that, I think we also have to bring you the caution that while we know avocado is a superfood, in all these ways that we have mentioned, controlling your diabetes or your blood sugars, or even your heart disease or cardiovascular issues alone with avocado may not be wholesome. So you need a multifaceted approach.
Right.
And for those of you who have not watched our shows, in the last 3 weeks, we talked about how to reverse your diabetes. And we talked about diet options. And we actually mentioned avocado in passing. But yes, you can control your diabetes, your heart problems with diet. Comprehensive diet, which includes all those things we mentioned, one of which is avocado. We have expanded on it today. So that is one. The other thing is exercise.
Right.
You also have to be somebody who exercises. I don't think we have talked about exercise in this regard.
Not yet. Yeah.
But at least we know that for comprehensive protection, reverse diabetes or protect yourself against heart problems, you need to also exercise. And then there's another one.
We also mentioned intermittent fasting.
That was last week.
Yeah. So periodically you fast. You don't want to keep eating throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. Every day you are eating. You have to give yourself a break. And we suggested that some people will fast twice a week. We suggested that some people can fast 16 hours and just eat for 8 hours a day. So however you can periodically, intermittently break from eating, give yourself, your body, your stomach a break is also encouraged. By so doing, your insulin become more sensitive and you are able to reverse or manage your diabetes.
Definitely. And I think I already mentioned diet. So we have some comments here, and Nas, the engineer, said hi, and we say hi back for also watching us on YouTube. And then the same person said, is this food better as breakfast? Okay, come on, that's a good question. Is a diet of avocado better as a breakfast? And I would say, at least for me, it is good as a breakfast, but it doesn't have to be just breakfast. Some people may just do one plain cup of tea or one plain cup of coffee, nothing else with it, as their breakfast. And then they'll use this as their lunch or dinner. So whichever way it works for you. But for me, personally, I think it works for me as a breakfast because I don't feel hungry when I go about my duties in the day. When I have a full avocado, sometimes I do 3/4. Right. And
which I think is too much.
You think it's too much, but it served me right. I mean, the studies have proved that
one a day,
at least half to one a day is what you need to get the benefit. So for me, yes, breakfast is how it works for me. Just like the video you see on the right with that person showing the egg, and the avocado.
Avocado toast.
Avocado toast.
with your
I don't actually mash mine. I just cut it and push it together on my multigrain bread, and then my cup of coffee and my eggs, and that's it.
For the
And I don't
breakfast.
get hungry. So depending on how your day is, if you are busy in the daytime, in the mornings at work, you may be better off doing it in the morning so you won't get hungry as much. Coupled with 2 eggs, so you get your protein, your fats, and then the carbs will be the little bit of starch or carbs from the multigrain bread that you add.
Or you can do the smoothie that we are talking about, right?
Or you can do your avocado
add it,
smoothie. Yeah.
Add it in your smoothie, whatever you use to make your smoothie.
Maybe
you can
after
include that.
your exercise,
Yeah,
do a
you can
smoothie.
do that, and that can be a breakfast.
breakfast.
Or maybe you can do it lunch, or
Yes.
maybe dinner. So however it worked for you best, we encourage you. It's not just restricted to only breakfast.
Yes.
You can do it as long as it's working for you. And it can be the salad. Salad is afternoon
And
or
salad,
lunch,
yeah.
right?
And you can
put
have it
in there
throughout all 3 meals.
throughout the day.
Yeah, you can have a half avocado with breakfast, with your cup of tea or cup of coffee, and in your lunch or dinner, the half with your salad. Perfect. Sometimes I cut half and I put the rest of the half in the fridge for later use, and you can do that. And trust me, you're going to get all the benefits that we've mentioned so far. If you didn't start from the beginning, make sure you go back and watch the whole thing to understand exactly what we mean by eating 1 avocado a day to keep the doctors away. Not just an apple, but avocado a day. And then I think there's another person, Samantha said, good night. Thank you, good night. I think she left and she was going to sleep, and we came late today. So thanks for watching. And if you are watching and you haven't given us a thumbs up, this is the time to do that for us. Just hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, it's the time to also subscribe and hit the notification button so that when we go live, you will not miss us.
And you can also share this with your friends, your family members, so that we all educate ourselves together.
Definitely share and like and all that good stuff. All right, so I think this is where we'll end the show. We'll come back next week. And before we end, we say, Beloved, we wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
God bless.